I think that's the very important question. And David, every people who are listening to the podcast right now, ask one question to yourself. Are you happy? Are you at peace and content with yourself? Or you are always looking that somebody should make you happy? Somebody should give you that space to be at peace. Is it always outside? Or can you be at peace with yourself and happy? If not, then you need to fill your love tank. Everybody has their own love tank, I would say. And you can give and give. But once your pocket is empty, you feel like emptiness. Like, okay, I'm feeling so happy and cheerful today. Yes, David, I love you. And thank you for meeting me. And David's like, okay, why are you so chubby? It's okay. Okay. Then I'm like, okay, I didn't get the response that I was expecting. And that started making me empty. Because everything that you're doing is with an expectation. And when that expectation becomes less, like becoming empty, if one day you feel like I'm all alone, whatever I do for other, it's never enough for them. I'm never valued. Is it worth living the life like that?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Living the Next Chapter. I have a wonderful guest with me today who is in America right now, but originally from India. Our guest today is Aaira Kaurr, and she is joining us. And she has a great book that she's going to share with us. She's going to be talking about self-love and the power within you here on Living the Next Chapter. Welcome to the podcast. Nice to see you today. How are you?
Good, David. Thank you for welcoming me. It's been a pleasure coming on this stage.
Excellent. It was so nice to have you. I know we chatted earlier and went through a little bit about the book and a little bit about your story. I'd like to introduce everybody to you and for you to tell them a little bit about your background. And then we can jump into maybe talking about the book.
Sure.
Excellent.
Absolutely. So let's talk about myself.
Sure. Why not, right?
Yeah. I would just say that I never expected where I am today.
Really?
Yeah. So it's been a long journey, and it happened to be started from a small town in India where I was born. And I saw so much of, you can say, curfew, gunshot, fire, kidnapping, everything I saw. And I grown up from there. So every day is like, okay, we are alive today. Yay.
Wow.
So coming from that, it's like I've learned different languages. And every time, even in India, there are multiple languages. Mm-hmm. So every time language shift from one state to another. So when we shifted to another main town and the language again shifted. And I think that made me multilinguistic.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was a very introvert kind of a person in school and college. And suddenly something broke down because of the relationship or because of the college environment. And I finally realized something is wrong with me or others.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And at that moment, I had that, I think that self-love. Maybe I am portraying too much something which I am not. And from there, the journey begins of understanding and exploring of self-love. And in that exploration, from a jewelry entrepreneur, from an MBA, from a children entrepreneur to become a self-love coach.
Wow.
And this is how the journey begins, and like healing my own trauma, healing my own pain, on all suffering, and actually making myself more fit, like in physically also making myself more healthier. Every step that I took, which actually gave me results, I started penning it down. And that's how the book like came to life.
Mm-hmm.
Because whatever I know, whatever worked for me, I experimented everything. I don't go with what people are saying, that I have to experiment it on my body. And when I did that, and I started telling other people also, and their experiment also went well. So I'm like, okay, this is working. So let's get into it. And so in the book, so like coming to the book, I wrote down like every step in every area of your aspect of your life, like your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, your spiritual body. I have wrote all the steps that which will suit you, and experiment it and see if it works for you. Wow, great. If it doesn't, try another. Because everybody is different. Everybody has a different lifestyle. Everybody thinking pattern is different. So everybody will have to experiment with themselves, that what suits them the best.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how in the book, the self-love, the power within you is like, you are the actual power. You can change your life if you want to.
Yes.
Nobody else can. People can motivate you, and after when you sleep over it and when you woke up, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But when you actually make a discipline for yourself, when you decide, no, I only have to do it, I am responsible for my life, and then you start actually living your life with your own responsibility. Excellent. And you manage your lifestyle, you manage your work, you manage everything. Actually, you manage well.
Great. Okay, so let's define self-love. What is that? How do you define that? What is your definition for people that are listening?
Self-love, in simple terms, it's a path of self-realization.
Okay.
And this path is not a comfortable path.
Mm-hmm.
This path is to make yourself uncomfortable.
Okay.
To come out of your comfort zone and to make yourself a better version of yourself. So self-love is about realizing yourself, exploring yourself, and bringing that self to a better version. Not only in the version of, oh, by doing this, I feel happy, so let me do that only. It's not a short-term goal. Mm-hmm. It's a long-term goal for your life. Like, for example, people say, oh, it's a holiday. Let me not exercise. Let me just have party. Let me just have drinks. What will happen after one day? Mm-hmm. Hangover. It's bad for, like, your head is like spinning. You're feeling lethargic. Mm-hmm. And maybe sometimes you're puking at night and your stomach is upset. So I don't think that's self-love. That is actually destroying your own body. Mm-hmm. So every moment you need to see how you work with yourself. Like, this was a physical aspect of life. Like, if you talk about the emotional aspect of life, like if you're having a conversation with your friend and suddenly a fight comes up between you, the conversation turns ugly. And so there is two options. One, you can start blaming the other person. Oh, because of you, I'm like getting angry. You should not supposed to do that. This. And you mm-hmm. get angry. Or the other option is, okay, that was the other person's perspective. I accept that I disagree on the other person's perspective. I don't have to accept that I have to agree to his perspective. Mm-hmm. But then it would be like you're giving space to yourself to be okay, that other people can have different perspective. But what happens if you're like, no, you are wrong. I am right. This is only one way, which is my way.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens? You're like burning your blood. Your baby might shoot up. You feel angry and like you're like, oh, I have a burning sensation in my stomach or my heart is burning. You feel that.
Yeah.
Don't you? Whenever you are angry, you feel out of breath. You feel so warm inside, like hot. You're boiling. So whom are you making suffer?
Exactly.
So you have to choose that you want to suffer or you don't give that permission to anyone. And you give that permission to yourself only, that I choose not to suffer. That's why I accept that I don't agree or I disagree, but it's okay. It's your way. And I have a different perspective. That's it.
Yeah.
So we don't have to fight over it.
So for your readers that are reading the book, why is developing self-love important then? Why should we make time for ourselves? Because I'm just thinking as a parent, as an employee, we give to others all the time, and we seldom take time for ourselves. And sometimes we're empty because we give so much to everyone else, so we don't fill up ourselves. And we say we don't have time for self-love.
Absolutely.
So how do we make time? How do we make space to make ourselves important again?
Yeah, I think that's the very important question. And David, every people who are listening to the podcast right now, ask one question to yourself. Are you happy? Are you at peace and content with yourself? Or you are always looking that somebody should make you happy? Somebody should give you that space to be at peace. Is it always outside? Or can you be at peace with yourself and happy? If not, then you need to fill your love tank.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has their own love tank, I will say.
Yeah.
And you can give and give. But once your pocket is empty, you feel like emptiness. Like, okay, I'm feeling so happy and cheerful today. Yes, David, I love you. And thank you for meeting me. And David's like, okay, why are you so chubby? It's okay. Okay. Then I'm like, okay, I didn't get the response that I was expecting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that started making me empty. Because everything that you're doing is with an expectation. And when that expectation becomes less, like becoming empty, if one day you feel like I'm all alone, whatever I do for other, it's never enough for them. I'm never valued. Is it worth living the life like that?
Interesting.
So at that moment, like even with your kids, you like raise up your kids, you like at that moment you say, I don't have time to do anything for myself. The kids take all the time. Okay, honey, tell me after 5-6 years when the kids will leave.
Mm-hmm. Right.
When you are empty at your home. And when they are partying and you want to talk to them, it's like, Mom, why you have to talk about these things every day?
Yeah.
Why you repeat yourself so much?
Mm-hmm.
Go find yourself some other person, maybe of your own age.
Exactly. Yeah.
And even you find someone with your own age, you're like, okay, you're making up and then you're fighting back.
Yes.
Because you are not giving me that. I'm expecting that from you.
Okay, so let's switch to this as well. So you have grown up in India. Now you're here in America, and there's a different culture, obviously, a different way of doing life. What is one thing, something that you see in Western culture that you just don't understand, that how we live the way we live compared to where you've come from? What is one thing that you just doesn't make any sense to you?
I will definitely say that when a person, like when you welcome someone at your home, you never offer water. And you are always offered with alcohol.
Okay, yeah.
And not even like juice, like first preference is beer, wine.
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah.
for me, I will say like everybody can ask the question by themselves. It's like, is it healthy for my body?
Mm.
And some people will actually say it's not harmful.
It's not healthy. It's not harmful. It's somewhere. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like, you have a mode of defending. No, it's not harmful. Like, because research say one wine a day makes you healthy. I don't know where the researchers come from. And but the reality is, when you have it on a very regular basis, your colon health get disturbed, your digestion get disturbed, and a lot of your body also. Are you in your complete senses or awareness while you are drunk?
Exactly.
And just like understand, or like ask yourself again one question: why you need to drink to express yourself? Why can't you express yourself generally?
Good point.
So
Yes.
are you living a two life, one of pretending and one of like pumping yourself so that you don't have to pretend?
Exactly. So we don't need to rely on something external for us to love ourselves and experience love, acceptance, to be fitting in with others. We don't need something external. We need to work on ourselves.
Absolutely. It is something because people never realize you're living two or three lives sometimes. It's like one part of you are like behaving so well mannered, so sophisticated, everything is okay, point to point. And when you are drunk, you are like completely the opposite.
Yes.
So which one of you is true?
Yeah.
Or are you like splitting yourself? Like in front, everybody's showing the rosy figure of yours, and at the back, there is something dark that you are hiding by yourself, or something different. Not only dark, but it could be very different, like a complete different behavior, complete different character. So the lack of alignment within themselves is broken. You're not aligned with yourself. David, what's happening in the normal life, which even you can say that there is a cultural difference in every country. But when I start talking to a human, it is like, in the end, they're all same. Like for example, the word fear. Your fear could be lizard, and somebody's fear could be dragon, and somebody's fear could be octopus, and somebody's fear could be of dying, somebody's fear could be of losing someone. But the word fear remains the same.
That's right.
Like, even if you talk about guilt, I'm guilty because something of that. The words can be different, the statement can be different, but the word guilt remains the same. So everybody is same from within.
Exactly.
And everybody is working to make their life secure, right? Like, okay, I'm working to make my life secure. But think of a question. Is there anything in this world which is 100% secure? Anything could happen anytime.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody is actually secure. Even people having a lot of money, like, okay, people having a lot of Bitcoin. Oh, I'm rich. One day everything is down.
Like, uh-oh. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So what is the security? I've known like many Indian migrate to US, like saying that US have a more secure life. But what's secure? What is secured?
Mm-hmm.
Things also happens here. We know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So there's nothing of a security, but we still run for security.
Mm-hmm.
And in that running or chasing to make our life secure, we stop living today. We stop enjoying today. So self-love is actually about knowing yourself, making yourself there's a layers on yourself that to come back to real self, that what actually makes you really happy.
Mm-hmm.
And that will come after practicing for long, I must say. It's definitely not easy. But one thing I can share is like 5 steps that you can follow in self-love that will help you bring yourself closer to you.
Okay.
So first step is acceptance. Accept as it is. I know that's the most difficult part, because when you're so emotionally attached with something that it's difficult for you to accept if it is not your way.
Yeah.
So first step is acceptance. The moment you accept it, regardless of the emotion, just leave the emotion, just accept the fact, like a news channel. This thing happened. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Just accept the fact.
Okay.
Second step is appreciation. Like, appreciate the fact. Like, how can we actually appreciate the fact? Oh, we can actually, if we start appreciating the fact, oh, this thing happened. Oh, this thing can happen with me only. I'm so great.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm so amazing that I can handle things. That's why it happened with me. Just appreciating, oh, it could have been gone worse, but this is still fine. I can still like make it work. I appreciate it. Like, it's life and I appreciate the life. Just try to appreciate the things behind it, the situation or the person.
Okay.
Even maybe one person is very evil to you, but he could be nice to someone else also.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not a good husband, but he's a very good father.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So appreciating.
Okay.
Yeah. Appreciating yourself, the situation or someone. Just
Good.
start appreciating that.
All right.
And the third step is intention. Like, have the clear intention of what you want. Because clarity of intention is very important, because unless you don't have the clarity of intention, you don't know what you want exactly and where you want to reach.
Mm-hmm.
So create, like, whenever the situation has happened, like if you're talking about a situation, whenever a situation has happened, I accept the situation. I have appreciated the situation. Now, what exactly I want from the situation? And what can I do about it?
Mm-hmm.
So jot down your points, what you want, and what will you do to make that thing happen. So maybe a new strategy you need to build.
Yeah, exactly.
A new line of action. So build that new line of action and start working on it. Maybe you need to have more resources. Maybe you need to have more trainings about it. Get it, grab it, learn from it, develop yourself, and make that thing happen.
Yeah.
And the fourth step is reformation. Once you start working on your intention, working with every resources, you will start reforming yourself. Because it will change your mindset. It will change your perception. It will change things inside you. Even the situation will change. You will change overall. Mm-hmm. So you reform yourself. What we started from something and what we are right now, it's reformed. And the fifth step, the last one, is adore yourself. Adore yourself because you are the only one who can actually make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
You are the only one who did it for yourself.
Yeah.
So you are like the goddess, or you are like the god of your life, of your universe, and you made it happen. So congratulate yourself that you're amazing, fantastic, phenomenal.
Nice. Yes. We don't do that very often.
And that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
This is your life, and this is like your universe. You are the king and queen of your universe. Your world exists because you exist. If you don't exist, there's nothing for you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So your universe, because you are there. If you're not there, nothing will exist.
Exactly. And it sounds very simple, but at the same time, very difficult.
That's what we need to practice it.
Right?
That's
Exactly.
what we need to understand that, yes, I am amazing and I'm loved. I don't know about other that they love me or not, but I love myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I give myself the permission to feel the love, to be okay with everything. And I am amazing. If I feel that, that vibration will spread and other will start feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
So what you feel from within is more important than what other feels about you.
Yeah.
Because the moment you start feeling, yes, it's a nice day, things will happening a nicer way.
Exactly. So we've just come out of a very negative time globally with the pandemic and all of the sadness and the fear, all those things. And someone's listening to this today and they're thinking, I don't know where to start. I don't know how to begin this process of developing self-love and becoming stronger. Where do I start? I'm going to buy the book. That's a good start. Buy the book.
Yeah, of course.
Number 2, what do I do? How do I start?
I would say just start with exercise and breathing exercises.
Okay.
Breathing exercises especially makes you feel good. It just helps you shift your emotions quickly. It just add more energy to your body, to your system. And like when you do the breathing exercises, like proper pranayama, if we say, then your internal body start working. Your lymphatic system start working, your lymph nodes start working. So it helps you release the toxics out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
And when there is less toxic in your body, your mind will automatically start have a clear thinking. And once there's a clear thinking, automatically things will start becoming, you can find more resources, more development for yourself that you can start working on. Mm-hmm. Of course, there are lines of work and techniques that I've shared in the book, but the best or the basic that you need to start is exercise, do a lot of breathing exercise, at least for half an hour, and have a lot of water. Mm-hmm. These 3 things to at least start with. This is the basic.
Yeah. And that's a starting point. That's where some people are at. And that's great. And to be able to tap into your book and learn from your book is going to help them on their path. And that's exciting that there has a resource for people to reach out and learn from what you've compiled and what you've presented in your book. It's exciting that people can connect with that.
Yes, absolutely. So the way I shared the 5 steps, even if they try to implement that 5 steps, like the first is accept, appreciate, intent, reform, adore. Like just thinking of these 5 steps, whatever to start with, like even for the situation, okay, I'll try to accept. If I'm not okay, I don't accept, but I accept that I don't accept.
Yes.
Acceptance is still there.
Yeah.
So just making yourself more easy with it, because things will happen. There's nothing else that you can do.
Yeah.
So first we can just accept that I don't accept. Then think, okay, I appreciate it. But what I want to do, you need to have that clear intention and create it for yourself.
Yeah.
And then finally reform and love yourself and adore yourself.
Excellent. And go and buy the book.
Yes, go and buy the book.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's why I always remember these 5 steps. And it's like AAIRA. If you will remember, accept, appreciate, intend, reform, adore. AAIRA. Remember it.
That sounds familiar.
Absolutely.
How is that familiar? Where did I see that spelt before?
Oh, you can see right in front of the screen.
It is right there in front of me.
Yes,
that is
and
wonderful.
That's how you're going to remember me always.
See?
Aaira.
There you go. It's right there. I love it.
It's right there.
It's beautiful. See how you tied that all together? That was so well done. You know exactly what you're doing.
Exactly. That's why intention is very important. Clarity of intention. Because if you don't know where you are going, you're never going to reach.
Amazing. All right. So yes, the book, Self-Love, The Power Within You. So happy to have you with us today. We will put all of the links in the show notes for everyone to get in touch and contact you and to find the book. And thank you so much for sharing your wisdom today. It's you're a very gentle person and you are very thoughtful. And I've learned many, many things today from you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad I was able to give something.
Very good. Thank you so much. And we will talk again soon. I hope everyone goes out, checks out the book, check out the website. We really appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much, Devi. It was lovely having you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey guys, thank you for listening to the podcast. Jump over to livingthenextchapter.com, our website, and you will see a spot where you can leave a voice message. We'd love to hear your feedback. We're trying to make it as easy as possible to hear from you. So if you want your voice on this podcast, yes, that's possible. Go to livingthenextchapter.com. Click the little microphone icon, leave a voice message. We'll insert your message into the podcast. Tell us where you're listening from. Tell us your favorite guest. Maybe there's a guest we should have on the podcast. Maybe you should be our next guest. Leave us a message. livingthenextchapter.com. Again, thank you so much for listening. Please share this podcast episode with one person. That's all we're asking. Meet you over there at livingthenextchapter.com. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Love to hear from you. Till the next episode. It's coming up right away. Be sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you for being part of Living the Next Chapter. Thank you for supporting our guests. Have a great day.